After an incredibly fun, super close matchup where I got my RNG revenge on Draco, we secured our spot in playoffs. Goal for this season achieved. Our reward for this, though, a matchup with one of the league's most experienced draft players and owner of possibly the best rain team the league has ever seen, Wakeman and the Great Lakes Aces. I know what you guys are all thinking. Besides Evney, you're the only one that's beat him in the regular season. Surely you can just repeat that. No. This is VGC. It's never that simple. People adjust strategies, and you have to adjust too. And to top it off, this is draft. He only has to counter my specific team with his. And has every item available, every move and ability his squad can learn available. This is probably going to be even harder than the first match. Throw in the fact that Wake is a really, really good player with a lot more experience of Pokemon and draft in particular than me. And while my squad on paper has a better chance than most, this is going to be very, very tough. I do have a couple of ideas in mind though. I learned a lot from the first match. Match 1, and to be honest, through the entire season, Household has been kind of useless. It did great in that game 1, but getting OHKO'd by Basculesian wasn't good. So, there goes the mouse. I don't think he brings Stalwart Archelodon again. I won because he didn't have stamina. So, I definitely need to prep better for Arch in rain. The 6 I have in mind for this, the biggest Woobats match for a very, very long time, is Whimsicott, Annihilate, Volcarona, Toxicity, Venusaur, and Quagsire. Whims, no brainer, it's a must bring. Our entire team runs through a little cotton puff. Bolt has been our MVP this season. It's our kill leader and was 5th in the kill death standings despite playing way less games than those above it. Annihilate is a scary mon for any of our opponents, even without the mouse, and can hit a lot of Wakeman's mons really, really freaking hard. I'll have to set Sun at some point. It's a rain team. Best counter to rain is Sun. So, Venusaur makes a lot of sense. Tox, someone I could have leaned on a lot more in that first match with a slightly different set. So that is a must bring. Quagsire with Unaware and with ground typing just walls Archelodon. Let's start with Whims. Tailwind, Sunny Day, must-haves. He loves his Persian with Fake Out, so I want to be cloaked. And Whims will be a priority target, so I want to run Protect. This leaves us with one move slot and a lot of good moves we could run. I don't want the team to be too passive though, so I'm going with Dazzling. Venusaur, I originally wanted to run a ridiculously bulky set, but conversation with the rest of the Hacks pack, it was pointed out that it was a little too bulky and passive, so I switched it up last minute. Same moveset, but with near max special attack at the cost of bulk. It is actually the same moveset and item I brought versus Draco. I am a little worried that this drastically shifts the way I was going to play the team, but I also agree with what Draco and Twimbly pointed out. It's a good mon in this matchup offensively, so I need it to not be so passive. Ape. I've actually grown to love Assault Vest Annihilate. This thing is just so freaking bulky. Yes, we lose the ability to set up, but we have the freedom to run a little more speed and attack than the non-AV sets I tried. For the moveset, we can actually afford to run all stab plus pivot. Running calcs, moves like D-Bomb, Thunder Punch don't do any more damage than Drain Punch or a single stack Rage Fist, because he doesn't have any real ghost or fighting resists on his squad, so we can just go for the damage. Rage Fist, Drain Punch, or combat for a nuke, you turn for that sweet pivot. Now, slightly more techie stuff. Toxicity. I've gone for a little bit of a weird one with Tox. Low speed, Daft. I'm not entirely sure about it. I think it could be a little too much cooking, but I wanted to try it. It's either going to work crazy well, or it's going to cost me everything. We shall see. What this does is let me add more bulk, which you can see is the theme for this. I need more bulk for this match. Moveset is pretty standard for how I like to run the Lizard. What I really want to do with this Tox set is pivot around. Try and position to be able to take out Pelipper, which will then free up Venu and open the whole game up a lot more for me. Quagsire. Unaware, high horsepower. Walls Archelodon. And that's all I need him to do. Sit in front of the bridge stapler, get it off. If he runs Terra Grass, which I think if he can keep Rain going is probably his best Arch Terra into me, then Tox can clean it up with a Sludge Bomb. If he's Stamina and can't Terra, he'll have to switch to not get 2-hit KO, which then helps the rest of my team. All going to come down to positioning. These for me in this are Toxicity and Quagsire. Now we have the craziest set this Volcarona. Support Moth. Max bulk, redirection. Whirlwind to force Arch out. Wisp to turn the Basky Legion into a potato. Struggle Bug to lower the Archelodon and God of War threat. Terra Dragon because it's just good generally. I'm expecting to Terra this unless I have to have it sit in front of Pelipper. I was really freaking confident with this team until I spoke to the guys. Now, not so much. I really thought the bulky, disruptive balance was going to be the way to go. But as Draco rightly pointed out, Wake has so much firepower that it's hard to position to be able to 2-hit KO anything before they can either OHKO or 2-hit KO you. Hence the change in Venus set. I'll still play this pretty much how I originally intended, but I've got to be a bit more careful because I've got added firepower and the Venu isn't as bulky as I originally thought. We have the tools here to pull out a win. It's just hard to be super confident versus this team. But I've I've done my homework. I've watched most of his previous games. I dived into the tools on his main mons. Short of playing a ton of mock battles, I think I've prepped as best for this as I can. It's just down to what he actually brings, how I pilot my team into it. On with the battles. So we have a Chalodon Grass, Pelipper Dark, did bring the Gardevoir with the Terra Normal, Terra Stella Donphan and Terra Fire Persian. Okay, they've brought the Trick Room option. That's going to be really hard to deal with, but I think we can still play around it. Yeah. This is going to be very, very tough, but very, very winnable. Good luck, have fun, Wakeman. Yeah, he led with the Trick Room option. So, not a lot we can do here. So, we get the hell out. Oh, that's a Scarf Gardevoir. Not going Trick Room. I like it. I like it a lot. Holy crap, that's a fast Donphan. That is a ridiculously fast Donphan. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I was expecting Trick Room. That's awesome. That's absolutely amazing. Ah. There's the sturdy. Yeah. This is nuts. I did not expect this whatsoever. Oh man. I was not prepared for a Donphan. A fast Donphan. Ah, nuts. Right, just caught me completely off guard here. Completely. I love it. I saw Donphan and I was expecting Trick Room. Thought that was a miss for a second then. Okay. Terra Grass. That was obvious. Yeah, I just got caught so off guard by the Icy Wind Gardevoir with the Donphan. That's crazy. The one big mistake I did make was switching in the switching in my Venusaur, because I completely forgot Donphan had Sturdy. Completely forgot it had Sturdy. But yeah, GG's Wake. That's crazy. I love it. Do I think he goes the same again though? No, I don't think he does the same again. So I'm not going to adjust. I'm going to stick to my guns. Yeah. Yeah. It's not AV. Okay. He's gonna terror, but I want to force the terror. I think he's going to switch in Pelipper. So, sleep powder the Persian slot. Didn't switch, okay. Safety goggles on the Persian, okay. Then to tailwind. Oh, ah. Last turn. Oh, ah! It went the wrong way. And oh, it is sturdy. Nice. I'm actually glad I doubled into it now. My fat finger move paid off. My misclick actually helped. There's the Pelipper switch in. I knew I should have gone for the... No, because I wouldn't have made it. You'll be Swift Swim or Scarf. There's no way.
He went into the... Yeah. We live, though. Which is fine by me. Should have tailwinded, not sunny day. Didn't protect though. Yes. Just in case we actually get this move off. I doubt it. He's going to fake out weather ball, I think. Yeah. Should have tailwinded. Oh, we're still faster. That's fine. Ah. I have absolutely no clue how I won that, but I will take it. Oh my god. I'm bringing the ape. No, the Palbot has protect, so it's not specs. Okay. You know what? I am going to... Oh, come back. Battle Dazzling Gleam. And I'm going to bring in the 8. I'm not risking him protecting. I broke Sash, broke Sturdy. Crit my 8, which is annoying. That's bulky as hell. Should have rage fisted. Ah! What's the terror? Last Legion's Terror Fire. I've got to go for this. I'm so pissed at myself for clicking Drain Punch. So pissed at myself for that. Yeah. GG's. GG. Really, really well played, Wake. Really fun team he brought as well. Love it. Absolutely love it. Go win the whole thing. Well, I got cooked. I
really hard for the fairly standard stuff that Wake had been running all season. Sturdy Arch was something I was prepared for, but Icy Wind Guardy plus Earthquake Donphan was not on my radar at all. Game 1, I was totally expecting Trick Room. The Terra normal bluff 1000% worked. That's what he ran into me in our first match. So, yeah. I thought at the time, if I'd been the other set I had in mind for Scarf Tox, I'd have outsped and Tox could have volt switched. But if he was Jolly Max Speed Donphan, then after the -1, it still outspeeds Tox. So, GG's Wake, you got me good. With the 4 I brought to that game 1, I don't think there was anything I could have done differently. Quagsire in Tailwind would still only have been +1, so doesn't outspeed the Donphan, and still gets 2-hit KO'd. My only play there would have been to bring out the Quagsire, protect that first turn, break the Sturdy with Whims, then Liquidation it for the KO, and hope that I could get a recover off versus whatever he brought out. Yeah, he got me good. It really, really did make me smile. You can't help but laugh and applaud the cool tech and the fantastic prep. Matt, hats off to you, man. That was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Game 2 was more how I expected things to play out, except for the Archaludon. I wasn't expecting him to run that much speed on it, so I thought I could get a high horsepower off, which would have broken the Sturdy after he terrored. I did get very lucky with the misclick, giving me the double up to take out Arch, which in truth I think won me the game. If I Giga Drain the Persian there, I lose one of the two and probably lose the match on the spot. I also got lucky with the crit Giga Drain into Basculegion. I found out after the match that he was AV, so that Giga Drain was never going to KO. But his crazy sets aside, that was how I wanted the match to play out. Game 3, I wanted so bad to predict the non-protect and volt switch to Pelipper. The crit on Ape on the switch was oh freaking bad for me. With the set I was running, that EQ wasn't a guaranteed 2-hit KO without the crit. It did like 45 to 55%, so if I get 2 low rolls, Ape lives. It was more in his favor to get the 2-hit KO even without the crit, but still. I should have clicked the Rage Fist though. I didn't realize just how physically bulky Donphan is. It's nuts. But Rage Fist was the play there. With the Drain Punch, even with the healing, and it wasn't going to survive thanks to that crit. Would either have made a real difference though? Nah, not at all. 8 was going down there no matter what. Depending on where he targeted the Hurricane, a non-crit EQ with the Drain Punch healing, 8 may have survived and finished off the Donphan with the Rage Fist the following turn. Single stack race fist probably doesn't KO. In fact, I'm 99% sure a single stack race fist doesn't KO Donphan from there. And we end up in the same position anyway. I can't be mad at myself. I was a little annoyed at the time with the drain punch thing, but Wake put me on the back foot from turn 1 of game 1. He prepped and played incredibly well. I'm just happy that with how I played game 2, I proved to myself that I can hang with the big guns. That our first match wasn't a fluke. When I'm dialed in, when I'm relaxed, prepped, I play well. And I can beat these guys. But that's our season over. There will, of course, be a full season review video, so keep an eye out for that. But TLDR, I'm overall pretty happy with how things went. There's a couple of games I'd like to have back, but making playoffs was the goal, and the goal was achieved. So, on to Season 5, where we look to keep improving.